There we go. Oop. I just realized my green screen's all out of whack because I moved my desk. So hold on. There we go. I was sitting here. I'm in the process of trying to move stuff around and get ready for like painting and whatnot. So, all right. So in the last video, we had just leveled. So we're gonna grab the Guile of the Ranger. Next 10 instances of direct damage gain 20% increased critical strike chance and 15% increased critical damage last 15 seconds. So that now goes. That's not what I wanted. I played around with this a little bit in a dungeon last night, but if we're gonna try and go here, this makes no sense. Cause like, where is it? Do. There's one for serrated shot. Yeah. So if I put a point here, okay, we have to have marksman's quiver. If we go here, which is a different quiver altogether, then we can't even use this at all because this requires searing quiver in order to use it. So I'm thinking we take points out of that and we just go here and here. But I was also thinking about trying this and then going here. Because we don't really use serrated shot all that much, right? So if I take this point off, we can grab brutal shot. Okay. Ooh. I was about to say, did I break it? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So there we go. So now we have brutal shot, right? So let me go grab. Boop. It is. Brutal shot. There we go. So, brutal shot, what this does is fires a volley of powerful shots that pierce through armor, dealing 250% ranged weapon damage, plus 300 up to 8 targets in a 40-yard line. If there is no target in your line of sight, this shot will fail. So, we're also doing some quests. But like this right here, so I hit 8, right? But we are looking for, let's see, it says to go this way for the okra. But this uses, you know, the way this is saying is this is an AoE skill for up to 8 targets. So like these coyotes, right? And the beauty is that it does not use our points, archery points. Now, if we do go back to using, I forgot we grabbed one of these last night. Ooh, another big upgrade. Ooh, that was not what I wanted to click. You know, I did a dungeon where I was playing around with this. This is if we want to keep serrated shot and just keep that going. And then when we get this right here, the backstab now makes Skull Piercer instant. But this hits harder. So, I don't know. Let's see here. So these golems have what we want for the okra. What the heck is going on with that camera? Hello? I'm glitched. Hold on. I'm like, my guy's just like infinitely trying to do something, and that's why it's glitched the way it is. There we go. Here's the problem: is getting the okra is kind of a pain in the rear end for this. It's like we need 3 okra for that quest, and then we just need the pigs. Well, finally got one. I see a gore tusk over here. We're gonna go see if we can get one of the... We need snouts and livers from these guys. Neither. Oh, there's a snout. We need 1 more okra, and we need 2 more snouts. Come on, homies. That's why some of these quests are terrible, man. Like, they just don't fit in line with like the drop chances is freaking terrible, you know? Da, 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 da. Sounds like the trash guys are here, finally. Alright, let's go find a dungeon. We're trying to hit 60. Because then it won't matter where we need to go to farm leathers and stuff. We'll be able to go wherever we want, essentially. To pick up leathers for leather working, so that we can get this guy as decked out as possible. Excuse me. Alright, so we're done with the vulture meat. Use this to heal up real quick. Okay. Plenty of healing now. I wonder if there's anything on that boat that's lootable. I don't see anything out there. Hello? That was some terrible lag. Okay. Let's heal up. Okay. That's all 3 eyes. I'm not too worried about missing anything out here on this boat, because it doesn't look like there's anything out on this boat. It might be underneath or in the water, but we got the eyes that we need. So now we need more gore tusks, and we need more of the robots. So we gotta go back up over here. It's the only thing I dislike about Westfall is just how spread out everything is. Like, it's a good place to quest on the ally side. It's just everything. That's kind of the issue with a lot of the alliance side stuff, is just how spread out all of the alliance stuff is. It's like they anticipated that people were going to be more ally side than horde side, and for that they were like, okay, we need more open space for the alliance so that people are not right on top of each other doing quests. But then for the horde they were like, nobody's gonna play the horde. So I think that's part of the reason why everything feels so clustered and on top of each other. Jeez, man. That. Oh, nope, never mind. I thought I saw it pop up saying okra. I was about to say, you're telling me after all that I didn't get any, but we got the last one we needed. So now we need to mount up and head south, because we just need the gore tusks now. And gore tusks will complete both quests. I tell you what, I turn that heater off and it gets instantly cold. Instantly cold in this house, man. Alright, so we need 5 more livers, 1 more snout. I don't know why I'm yawning all of them so much. It might be just the fact that the upstairs of this house is so gosh dang cold right now. I'm just gonna have to turn that back on until I can grab one of my blankets. Like I said, I've been moving things around in my room because I have an idea that behind me, instead of just having the green screen here, I wanna get like some shelf units and put up some you know, just like decorations, so that there's a little bit more behind me than just a blank white wall right now. Okay, there was the last snouty snout that we need. We need four more livers, which is gross, but whatever. Jeez. Why won't it give me more? Alright, it says there should be a whole bunch right over there. Like when I highlight this, it should, yeah. Come on. Show me the piggies. Ooh, there's a gore tusk. Getting everything but what I need for this quest. Alright, let's see. We needed to learn this. Find leather pants, find leather pants. Okay, so. Clam meat. Tingy clam meat. Oh, finally got one. That's a bird. But, still 5. Need 3 more. This is why I dislike some of the quests coming like that you get later on. It's because like most quests, it's like, oh, everything drops, 100% drop rate, 100% drop rate, and then all of a sudden you just get to a spot where it's like nobody wants to. Like, nothing drops good ratios anymore. We have 2 level. We actually have basically a level and a 4th to go. I really wish that would queue quickly. I also don't know why I'm like, I was gonna do some cooking last night while I was working with Devin, but then I was like, oh, I gotta do this whole quest just to get the cook stuff. See, that didn't go to us. Like, oh my gatos. 6 of 8. Just need to basically take down 20 more freaking pigs. One more. We got this, man. Let's do it. Okay. There we go. Now we get to run all the way back. Turn this stuff in. Alright, while we run, I'm gonna grab a blanket so I can turn the heater off, because all the heater's doing is pushing hot air onto my back, and that's terrible. And then yeah. Ooh. I was going to, and then I got knocked off my dang horse. Alright, 1 second while we run. There we go. There we are. Ha ha ha. Alright,
Well met.
turn this in.
See you around. Be careful.
Okay, so now we can learn this. And then we can learn this one. So there's some extra snouts. So then, let's do this. We're gonna make a campfire real quick. Open you up. We can do dry ribs. So we're gonna create all. Westfall stew is good. The liver pie doesn't help us at all. So, we could quite literally sell everything that's in here. See, the spiced wolf meat we don't need. Where did it just put all that? Why am I blind and not seeing it? Alright, we made pork rib. Okay, they're just down here. Got it. Okay, that's why. I was looking all up here for it. Alright, we're gonna go run down here to town so we can vendor items. Empty out our bags. This we're gonna hold on to because we can sell it. This can just be sold. There's a vendor over here. But like every little area has at least one quest that I'm aware of that will give you a cooking quest. Now the problem is most of those cooking quests are not going to be good, or I'm going to be way ahead of what those cooking quests are. So it doesn't really matter, but sometimes you can get really good stuff for doing it. There we go.
Light bless you.
And for leatherworking, like we need cured heavy hide. Can we make a cured heavy hide? No. Oh, we just need salt. That's all we need.
Help.
Not you.
I supply only the finest goods. There we go. Safe travels.
40. Half mats, cured heavy hide. We can make 3 of those. Okay, we can now make 2 of the Guardian gloves. Okay, we're gonna make 2 of these. That should get us to 199 in theory. Yep. 96. I'm definitely not going to be no realm first, but this is going to be a huge help when we can bolster and upgrade stuff. Alright, so don't need that. So that's 199 now. So I pull out our book. Allows me to learn Dusky Belt. Requires a whole bunch of crap. So we just need more heavy leather then. And we know where to get that. So after this dungeon, we're going to go get more heavy leathers. Because we literally just need 1 point to get to 200. And then we'll be on the next leathers. Is there a... Holding on 1 deeps? And there is. Come on, deeps. All I'm going to do is pop the XP one and this buff right here. We're good. I still think serrated is a better option for the fire. Oh, sleep. Come on. Come on. Why is my brain just like, ugh, today? Like I am like hardcore like. I haven't done that much, honestly. All right, there's 59. But yeah, I think we should go back to because like now if I do Skydiver, we'll just grab that for giggles. Okay. The Skydiver now, if I go here and then launch that, it's instant. So it's just another way to instantly use Skull Piercer. Ooh! We just hit something for 3,000 damage. Bro, I swear I saw 3,000 damage pop up, but it's not in our tracker. Like, what the heck, man? What is this? Cultist tank? No, Witch Hunter tank again. Cultist healer, Rune Master, another ranger. The ranger is not even near us. According to, oh, he's offline. And honestly, this backstep thing, don't really need it. He must have DC'd or something as we joined. I think we get rid of Skydiver. Go ahead and get this because we're using Markman's Quiver anyway. And then I'm going to grab this. We're not even going to grab a capstone. And then we're going to grab that too. Alright, that guy's still offline, so... vendor again. But we know where we need to go to get leatherworking up. We need to go back down into Stranglethorn Vale and go take out the raptors here.
Looking for something specific?
Do 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 do.
See you later.
See you later. Oop, fence post.
How are you? See you later.
Let's see here. While we fly, I'm going to do a couple quick posties. Done. My story. Boop, there we go. We're gonna go over to here. Nope, don't care. I'm gonna go. Boop. Boop. Ascension WoW. Done. Stories. There you go. And I think I can do this real quick. You go Sherry, Facebook. Posty. Oop, there we go. Because, yeah, I think the more I'm thinking about it, this is good. I may go back to that, but the problem is we really need to be running Marksman's Quiver now. And I put it like that, basically. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that did some serious damage, man. Alright, so we get up to this. Pop that, hit you, hit that. Look at that DPS. 1.2k. Let's go. Oh, I am using bows. I have it T-mogged for this gun. I actually enjoy the gun sound. Oh, hey, we played with Lollygag a while ago. Dude is level 34. Nice. And someone's either running an aura or they prestige. There we go. I mean, you know, not everybody likes the gun sounds. Honestly, like, I mean, it's 2 seconds. If it starts to annoy me, to just go in here and do this. And now it's a bow sound. Doesn't make that big of a difference. You know, not everybody enjoys the guns. I personally don't mind the sound of it, so I just like the look of this gun. Yeah, I mean, you know, gotta do what you gotta do for the guild. At the end of the day, you know, the way I look at it is, it shouldn't matter what something sounds like, as long as you're doing the correct amount of DPS for your group. It shouldn't matter. And for the most part, I'm pulling over at K DPS right now, so... There's level 60. We'll put our last skill point in there. I want to say this is technically the second time we maxed. No, we never actually finished the Ranger the first time we leveled one. We got to like the mid 40s and then stopped leveling it. Because we went to Tinker. We had changed to Tinker at that point. Oh! Just nailed something for 4K. Yeah, buddy, I am liking this setup now. Oh, this is epic. I'm loving this. Honestly, I think the Ranger is a lot of fun. I've played 2 different builds for it. I've done the archery and I've done the one with the birds. I can't remember the class right off the top of my head. But yeah, I've played both of them. This one seems more my speed though. So I like sticking to this one. And then the fact that we found a way to target increasing the damage of one skill over trying to upgrade a whole bunch of others. What's up, Ton? So it's called the hold on. Change shell trees. Farstrider. Farstrider is the other one that I've messed around with. Oh, everybody's leaving, which is fine, because we can now focus solely on leveling the rest of this. No, so the dark Mangavratis, the Dark Ranger, technically, is a archetype that you can do on the free pick server of Area 52. I am not playing on Area 52. I am playing on Conquest of Azeroth, COA. I'm half tempted to make a witch hunter. I played with a witch hunter tank in a dungeon earlier, and I think that's who was our tank in this one too. Was a witch hunter. No, we didn't have a witch hunter in this one. But I played with a witch hunter tank in a dungeon yesterday, and that guy literally just booked it to the first boss, and we took down everything, including what was on that first boss, right there. Like, I mean, it was insane. Yeah, this dude was not getting set. The healer we got about halfway through the dungeon and the healer dipped. Because he wasn't doing it. Like, the tank did not need the healer at all. It was crazy. And I have a feeling for leatherworking, what happens is once we get done here in Stranglethor Vale, we have to go to Blasted Lands. Melee Witch Hunter has 2 routes, fire or shadow damage. Yeah, I'm tempted to go try a Witch Hunter. If I do, it's gonna be a tank. Because all the other classes that we've been playing have been DPS. So I still need to figure out what tank and what heals I want to do. I, at one point, leveled a Blood Mage up to 60 by doing a tank. But then, like, I hit 60 and I was like, okay, next class. And didn't really get to explore that class much. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing the Witch Hunter. I played a little bit of the Witch Hunter, if I remember correctly, during open beta. Ooh. Now let's see if the alligators are green today. They don't have an alligator up over here. So, one of the things that I would recommend to maximizing damage, okay, is if you know what your primary skill is going to be, like for the Ranger, Skull Piercer Shot for the archery side is the main damage dealer. So I just come down here and I type in Skull, and then I focus on getting all of the ones that make sense to me that are highlighted, because they all do something that increases Skull Piercer's damage. Oh no, my headset's about to die. That's fun. Hold on. I thought I had that charging all day today, and I guess not. So, and I agree with Ton. The thing you want to do if you want to maximize the amount of damage is, number one, you want to obviously have better gear. Like right now, my PvE power with the gear I have on is 455 out of 495. So I'm getting increased damage now, right? I've got a 39.8 item level. Because I still have some crap that needs to get upgraded. Elemental Ranger, yeah. So far right now, with the way I have this set up, is I'm getting poison, bleed, and physical damage all in one go. Yeah, that's been my biggest issue so far, is this whole tree here has nothing to do with DPS. There's a couple that actually increase your DPS. Getting more agility helps, getting more focus helps, and then getting crit chance helps. But a lot of these other ones, like critical strikes, now generate eight more focus. That's great, because the more crits I do, the more focus I get, the more shots I can do. But for the most part, yes, these are just meh skills. Everything over here, though, I feel has a reason to be there, with the exception of a couple things. Like, I never use skirmish. I probably should figure out how to put skirmish in my rotation, but I don't use it. You know what I mean? It should be something that I do, even if I'm just using it for 1 point, which would only last for, 4 seconds. But I don't really do that. I don't use spread shot. So these points were, I didn't put anything in those. What's up, Absolute? How's it going, boss? But I kind of quickly figured out what skill I wanted to focus on. So I wanted to focus on Skull Piercer, because Skull Piercer does the hardest hitting at 5 stacks. So everything I have in here leads me to getting more damage with Skull Piercer, right? But then I figured out, well, I don't want to just go here, here, here. I need a little bit extra so that I can hit more targets, right? So some of the points with Skull Piercer allow it to hit up to, I think, 3 targets now. 2 or 3 targets with Skull Piercer, if I use it at 5 stacks. But then, like, Hunting Shot, I mean, it's one that you have to get up here to keep the tree going. So I got Hunting Shot. It now can hit, like, 4 targets, 3 or 4 targets. Yeah, 4 enemies, right? But if I use it first and then I use Serrated Shot, I have a point in here for Serrated Shot that now Serrated Shot explodes and hits multiple targets. So it's, everything I'm doing is spreading as much damage out as I can. So single target, I'm still solid. AoE target damage now, I'm extremely solid. So I've got skills that do everything for me. And like I was saying a second ago, I get to spread poison, I get to spread bleed, I get to spread physical damage. Like, I'm covering the gambit. And then if I wasn't worried about Marksman's Quiver needing to help proc for the point that we put in here to help with Skull Piercer doing even more damage, I would just leave it as Searing Quiver and get fire damage on top of everything else too. So and then the Ranger is obviously going to be a crit build. I need one more. So as we continue getting better gear, we want to focus, prioritize things that give us higher crit until we hit cap. Once we hit cap, the thing that you want to do is come in here. Like right now, I'm getting critical strike chance against targets by 5%. When my critical strike chance hits cap, I need to switch that over to here so that my damage with Hunting Shot goes up. So it's just one of those kinds of things. Dang, I still need one more. What? says we got heavy hides. Oh, heavy hide. My bad. Plus, I got a skill that when precision shot crits, it reduces the cooldown on it by a massive amount. It's like 5-second cooldown, so now it's 3 seconds to proc when I hit a crit with it. So that helps. You can actually get it down to a 1 second if you really, really wanted to. You know what I mean? So. Alright, that was the last one of those. Let's create all. But how you doing, Absolute? I hope you're having a good day. Honestly, I'm kind of I don't know what I want to use as my main on release. I've played a lot of classes that I really like. Ranger's one of them. Fellsworn is one of them. The Necromancer is one of them. Especially the Rhyme Necromancer. Whew, spreading that cold damage when you get up there. That thing hits like a truck. So there's a lot. Yeah. I love Fellsworn. Alright. Let's take this guy out because he's getting too close. There we go. Okay. Then I want to pop the book. We can now learn artists and leatherworking, so we are top tier leatherworker now. Go into here. We can make thick armor kits. We can make 5 of those. And that's it. Okay, so create all. Yes, you know, you want leather int gear if you're going to be the spellcaster version of it. If you're going to go the melee version of it, you need leather agility, and if you're going to be the tank, you need leather agility and stamina. So it's one of those things where it's like, you gotta, yeah, the gear on that is atrocious. Oh, great, that's glitched. It did this to me the other day to where I had to log all the way out and then go back in so I could learn the stupid upgrade kit. I would hope they would do something like that. Like what they did, what Blizzard did for, you know, raid sets. You know what I mean? Where like each spec that you built, like if you were a paladin, they had one for holy, they had one for red, they had one for devotion or whatever it was. So you know, druid had 4 sets because of all the different types of druid you could be. So yeah, it'd be nice if they did something similar. Okay, now we need to go see if Blasted Lands is where we need to be going. Raids less people should be custom 100%, but to make them for each raid and each spec, huh? 32 sets per raid. Yeah, that would be. I understand that, you know, it's a figment of my imagination that will ever happen, but I'm just simply stating that it is something that Blizzard did for raids starting in, well, for the most part, it started in vanilla, but it really picked up its swing on the different types of sets you could get with Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, it'd be nice. There's a lot of things that I think would be really good implementation for gear sets. But it's also like, how are you going to do that with 21 unique classes and each one has 3 to 4 specs? You know, like it's just not, it's not feasible. It'd be nice, but the amount of work these guys would have to do to do that for raids, it's crazy. Got to be 40 and 58. Oof. Here's what's dumb though. Like, I can't do random dungeons anymore to get the bags. So if I want to get bags again, I have to go to the billboard and do the daily. I don't like that they popped that up at 60. Like, that should be one of the little tutorial things you get at, like, level 1. But it is what it is. But what I want to do is I'm going to go up here. We're actually going to run through Duskwood. We're going to get into the Blasted Lands. I want to see if that's where we get the next set of leather stuff, which is thick leather. Because unfortunately, the guide that I've been using this entire time does not do thick leather for vanilla. And the other guides that I was pulling up for it don't show thick leather as a skinnable leather to get. So if one of you guys know where I can go for thick leather, that would be fantastic. But as far as I can think, Blasted Lands would be it. Sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. 16 GB patch for COA. Yeah, I don't honestly remember. I know I patched, and they're not screaming at me, so. But I actually just talked with the GM today about doing content for Project Ascension, specifically for COA. So we'll see.
What can I do for you?
We'll hold on to that
The
for now.
Alliance.
Okay. Do they have a mailbox here? It'd be dumb if they didn't. But it doesn't look like they do. The thing I've seen is that they are wow, okay. They do their own content, and that's the only thing YouTube ever seems to push. The main issue that I've seen lately has been the fact that other people that are doing live streams or build videos, if you just search like a class, for example, here on COA, if I put in Ranger build, COA or Ranger Build Ascension or Ascension Ranger Build. Nothing pulls. Nothing. No live streams, no regular videos, none of that. But if you put in Project Ascension and just hit search and then go to your filter and say in the last week, you'll see live streams that people have been doing for all of the different, like, mainly everyone seems to be doing either a Loon or Area 52. I've only really seen the Project Ascension team do videos for COA or for Bronzebeard or for Wrath of the Lich King. So I'm hoping that, you know, I can bring attention through my live streams and working with the Project Ascension team. I'm hoping that I can bring more attention to the game, get more people interested in it, and then when this thing goes live, have such a high community ready to rock and roll that doing raids, doing dungeons, doing mythics, all that fun stuff, you're not sitting there for 10, 15 minutes waiting for a dungeon. It's go, go, go. You know what I mean? So I feel you, but, like, you know, that's why I'm trying to get the attention on it now, because it's supposed to go live in the next couple of months, you know. So I'm really hoping that I can get people excited about it so that when it goes to release, it won't be like it is right now, where you're waiting 15 minutes to do a dungeon unless you happen to be with your buddy and you're both doing, you know, tank healer or whatever. So yeah, I get that all the progress will be deleted. I know some people are like, oh, what? All the work I've done. But, like, let's be real. It'd be really dumb, in my opinion, to take the people that have been doing this server for so long and have the highest end gear and all that stuff and just letting them basically port it straight over. Because then any realm firsts are going to just be absurd. So my only thing is, like, all of this stuff that I have, for the most part, is going to be gone. Yeah, no, absolute. I 100% agree. Being able to do things from scratch is great, because then it gives you that accomplishment when you hit world first on something. Whether that's world first for a dungeon, world first for a level, world first for a profession, whatever. If you get that world first, like, that pops up on the screen, bam, so-and-so got world first. Like, that is some bragging rights, man. My biggest brag that I have is on retail WoW. I still have the achievement, or the feat of strength is what they call it now. But the feat of strength for maxing out every weapon class in the game before they took away that from everybody. You didn't have to level up a weapon class to get it to max level. It just was a thing you automatically did every time you leveled up. I appreciate that. I just saw your other message, Absolute, about getting your homie to check the thing. I really appreciate that. It does help the channel out, and hopefully, if everything works out with Project Ascension, that will help out as well there. I need to go south. I'm trying to remember if there's a way through the mountains right here into the Blasted Lands, or you have to go Swamp of Sorrows and then Blasted Lands. I think I have to, yeah. I have to run up over here and then down. It's been a long while since I've had to do this. Yo, green dragon. Oh, 100%. As soon as they announce when the server's going live, in theory, I'll have a job by then. But I'm taking off that whole week. Like I don't care how much trouble I get into at work. I'm literally gonna take that whole week off, and as soon as the server goes live, I'm gonna be live streaming it every day. I'm still not 100% sure what class I want to do first, what my main quote-unquote is going to be. I do know that when the server goes live, I will be making a guild for people that want to join a guild, and I have a very weird way of wanting to run a guild, but again, it's just, you know, mainly I want to make a guild for people who want to come in and want to have a place to call home on a live server for COA. Alright. Let's see if this guy is skinnable. They are. Okay. And he gave out light leather, so... Or not light leather, freaking, thick leather. Alright, so we're gonna run over here. We're gonna grab this flight point. And hope that it's a major enough city for us that they have a billboard. And a, mailbox, so we can grab this. I mean, I feel you on that, Mango, but the whole reason I want to create my own guild is so that not that I want to be that person that's like, this is how we do things, like, yeah, probably. I may have to hearth back to Orgrimmar, or not Orgrimmar, I play too much Horde. I may have to hearth back to, Stormwind in order to get to a board. But I'm primarily out here because I want to continue leveling leatherworking, because we're at 217 of 300, so we're pretty dang close. And professions are a really good way to boost your let's see. Arena roster, don't care about. I am gonna keep this. I usually destroy it, but I'm gonna hold on to this for a second because it says that you could do a thing. Arena, I don't care about. Ooh, we got us a scythe. Okay. Yeah, you're right. There's no board here. So we will have to hearth back. But I do want to make sure that we talk to the flight person here, which is right outside. No, right over here. we want to talk to the flight guy so that we get the flight point so that I can come back out here and continue leveling leatherworking. Because leatherworking, or any of the professions really, is a quick way to get pretty overpowered. Because you can do some really crazy things. Like, I showed it off earlier, but what am I trying to do? These upgrade kits, they take your item and then allow it to add more stuff to it. What's up, Aaron Davis? How's it going, boss? But yeah, doing the upgrade kits typically can give you a couple more points in a stat that you need on that piece of gear. And then, you know, if you have a buddy or guildmate that has enchanting, getting enchants for your stuff. Blacksmithing, if you use melee weapons, getting them sharpened or getting stones to get them sharpened, stuff like that. All help boost the damage and output of your character. I'm curious, what is this? What is this hole? It's nothing. Okay. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye on the map, and I was like, there we go. Alright, so let us hearth back to Stormwind City. I want to pick up the board there. Oh, cool. Okay, so you're Absolute's friend. Got it. Welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy. Alright, so now that we're 60, we can go to the board, and you'll see that you've got all these, like, quests that you can do. And they will give us these caches. So we're going to do a bunch of those. Culling the Fellpaw requires, let's see, this is in Fellwood. So we may have to use one of these to get close to Fellwood. So we're going to go ahead and grab that one. We're going to grab, let's see, that one should be fine. That one should be fine. Timber and Blight should be okay. The wanted quests you really need, unless you have a really good class that can solo a lot of things. These guys hit really hard. I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be able to do it. Dungeon diving is okay. Heroic dungeon diving, rarely ever can get a heroic going. So I'm not going to pick that up. But then we're going to come right over here. And we're just going to click this. Alright, and I know for a fact that we need to go to Fellwood. Fellwood is on this side of the map, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's right there. So, Ashenvale, Dark Shore. See if I can quickly teleport to any of those. Winter Spring, that's a pretty far away spot. Ungoro's way in the south. So it looks like the closest we have is there in Azshara or whatever. Because that one is right here. So I think Winter Springs is actually going to be the closest because we just need to get to Fellwood. Because all the quests are here, yeah. So yeah, we will go to Winter Spring. Woo, that's expensive. 8 gold. Alright. We're going to first go over here to this town. And we're going to grab that flight point. This is one of the neutral towns. Hello, everyone. And our flight master is actually on the back side of this, right there. They don't have a back way to get out of this town? Oh, that's dumb. That's a contract port. Never mind. 8 gold, I think, is just a tad ridiculous, though. I mean, you'll make some of it back by doing the quests and whatnot, but at the same time, it's like 8 gold just to teleport somewhere? Come on.
What brings you?
Yeah, I don't know anywhere else. Now, we're going to run straight this way, get into Fellwood, and we're actually going to go grab the Flight Master there. I could have sworn it was a lot cheaper. True. I think if you're gonna send me on daily quests, the way to get to said daily quest shouldn't cost me, you know what I mean? Like, give me a portal or something. Especially since, in order for me to turn these in, I need to go back to a board, and to get to a board, it has to be a major city, essentially. So, God, I wish these bots would go away. Like, these bots drive me up the wall. But yes, I agree. You do make quite a bit of money in here. With Stones of Retreat. That's true. Yeah. When the game goes live, I'll probably worry about getting the Stones of Retreat and doing the Bazaar tokens and stuff. I don't really feel like doing that right this second. I mean, I think you can actually get some of those with the Marks of Ascension. See, I don't think this is usable in this server. Even though it keeps trying to tell me that I can use these to reroll my enchants. But the enchants that they're talking about, even though it says gear, like, where is it? Mystic runes used in a mystic enchant reform music scrolls into new enchants. This earns experience towards mystic extracts, allowing you to save enchants to your collection. I forget which one I read when we got one. It was like, oh, you can re-roll the enchants on your gear, not the scrolls that you use. And I don't think you can use these altars in COA. Unless they change something, and I haven't been paying that much attention, which would be terrible. Alright, that's empty. I'm gonna have to run downstairs and get me some water here in a minute. Ooh, what's chasing me? A giant yeti. Da 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 da. I should text our friend Devin and see where he's at. He's been leveling a Necro to play with us. At least here on the Alliance side. I don't know what he's got going for the Horde side. jump. Meh, I'll pass. I was gonna run down there. That's a world drop loot thing, whatever you want to call it. So if you're interested in collecting it, it's right there in that lake. This is how you go through, right? Yeah, I think you go through here. Da, 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 da. Stealth, so I can heal. Don't mind me, fellers. There's just a random robot running past all of you. Boop. Alright, and then we just need to go straight south to get to that flight point. Ooh, is that a world drop? It is, alright. This guy's friendly, so I don't really mind him. Black market artisan supplies. Do you got anything for leatherworking? Nope. Blacksmithing and tailoring.
Have a good one.
See, the last time I had to come out here to do quests, I was playing on the Horde side, which was a heck of a run. Thorium! In case you're a miner, thorium spawns out here apparently. Rugged leather. I can't even use rugged leather yet. Well, we know where to come for rugged leather. Come on. There we go. Oh wait, yeah, okay, these guys are not skinnable. Let's go here. And we can actually eat this. Gain that 4 extra stamina. Don't need that. Hmm. Sadly, that's bind on pickup. Okay. I was like, I feel like this is not being accurate to me right now. I thought my screen on the other side froze, so I was trying to double check it. It's working this way. And we need to pop all of our buffs again. Ugh. There we go. Not that I needed the XP. I don't know why I popped that one. That one was not what I needed. Okay, done with the Den Watchers. Chieftain Bloodmaw. I don't think I need him, but... Avenger, just need this one. So now we just got these over here and that up there. We're gonna go grab this Flight Master first before we go do the other quests. Alright, let me text Devion. Let me see if he's gonna be on tonight. Because I know he wants to get back into playing some Elden Ring, specifically the Convergence mod that we used to play. So, I mean, if that's what he wants to do tonight, then I'll be switching over to that for a little while tonight, play that with him. We always had fun playing the Elden Ring Convergence mod when we could get it to work properly. Oh, that's right. He's got bowling tonight. Alright. We're just going to touch base here. I'm going to chill here in this town for just half a second. I'm going to run downstairs and get me some water. So I'm just gonna hide in this little building like a scaredy cat. And we'll be right back. I apologize, guys. Give me just a few seconds. Let me run downstairs and grab me some more water. I should have done that earlier today and I completely forgot about it. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry, that took longer than I anticipated just to run downstairs and get water. I was having sister help me order some food because even though I ate probably around 1 o'clock, that was 5 hours ago. I'm hungry. Alright, so we're gonna go do these quests right here. Then we can hearth back, and we'll attempt to do this one too. And then I will probably, well, we're about to hit the 2-hour mark. And I feel like I should try and play a little bit with my sister. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go run and do these quests. And then when we go turn these in, we're gonna open up the boxes that we get from it, see if we get any new higher end gear, and then we'll call it a day from there. When Devin gets on tonight, if we are playing World of Warcraft or if we end up playing the Convergence mod, whichever we decide to do, I will probably stream that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Mango. I don't know. I mean, I know at one point I had a character that got glitched. It was a tinker to where I'd put points in and it wouldn't do anything. And then you would go back into the talent tree, like you would hit N on keyboard to go back into the talent tree. See how like it says 1 and 2 here, even though I've put all the points in it? There was a glitch where I'd put points in, and then it would say I spent the points, but then up here at the top, it would double whatever points I just spent. Oof, I didn't know that they could even use maces at any point. The whole time I've played them, they could only use daggers, so... So I want to go up here and do all the Jade Fire stuff. Now you can run up this way, like right up through here. The way it wants you to do it is there's actually a path back here. And then over on this side, if I remember correctly, there's actually the slimes that it wants you to take down along with the stompers. So, we'll go on this side. We'll do the slimes and stompers first. Which is going to be this one. Slimes, the water elementals. Because you need 6 stompers and 6 of the elementals. I thought at one point you had to take this guy out, so I used to come down here to do the daily and fight him all the time. And it's such a hassle, because the only way I was able to do it, because I was playing my Fellsworn at the time, and he wasn't that great at being geared. So I would have to hit him, and then run over to this island, because he would slow way down in the water. It was terrible. Alright, we need one more of the stompers, and then we just need all the elementals. Oh, there's a world loot over there on that pedestal. Reinforced helmet. Leather with agility, nice. Stamina, nice. Dodge rating, not that great. But I'm okay with losing the intelligence and gaining stamina and dodge rating, so we're going to go ahead and put that on, because it's also a big upgrade, too. That went to a level 58 item from a 50 and a 63 to, or from a 55 to a 63. So that puts us at 4173, which means technically we can now queue, if I hit the right buttons, we can actually now queue for heroic randoms, if we wanted to. Oh, we made him get too far in the water. Go. Alright, we need one more tree. Okay. Now we just have the Jade Fire and the horns that we need to do, and we are done. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, it had to change to blackberry blackberry. And did you want easy ice?
Yes, please.
Awesome.
And Blackberry was what I wanted originally, so.
Yeah. I messed up the first time. That was.
No, you're good. You're good. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Almost done. Why does it still say... Oh no, I need one more stomper. Okay. Good thing I went and re-looked at that, because I was like, we're done. I would have come over here, taken out all of the other guys, and left and not paid attention at all. Okay. So now we just have this area over here. So like I said, you can come up this way to do some. It wants you to come up on the actual slope as if you were coming from down here to come up versus coming up over here. So we can now close this one. We need one more horn, or two more horns, sorry. Okay, Betrayer is now gone. Oh, we took damage, that's why. Oh, another world loot. we'll look at that here in a minute. Okay, so it looks like we need tricksters and betrayers now, for the most part. Okay, took him down. Let's go ahead and eat up real quick. Same as the parry rating and expertise rating. Not bad. Shield, two-handed sword. Yeah, some of this is not bad. Like, we can sell this. I'll put that up here. That's sellable. There we go. That's a trickster, betrayer. Okay. There we go. We need one more betrayer and we're done. He's right there. And done. So there you go. That's all those. We're going to go ahead and hearth out. Whew. And that brings us right back here. Before we do any of that, let's go here. That doesn't help us. That doesn't help us. No. Go ahead and learn that just for giggles.
Safe travels.
So all these are now done. So you come back over to the board. And like we have dungeon diving left. So I'm not worried about that one because we can do that when we play with Devin. But we can go turn in, turn in, turn in, and turn in. And then we could redo all those too if we wanted to. So we've got 4 chests. So we're going to open these up. Alright, so there is a heroic sword that we got. It's two-handed though. Critical strike rating, attack power, your armor penetration, your expertise, and you deal 30 shadow damage every 3 seconds for 15 seconds. Increases PvE power by 96. I wish we could wear that. Trinket, increase your parry and dodge rating by 25% of your intellect and 15% of your agility. Lasts for 30 seconds. Oh, thank you. This is a tank necklace. This is a spellcaster necklace. So none of that helped us. Oh, we did get a thing for gold. There we go. That's male, so we can't even wear it if we wanted to. Defense rating, that's for tanking. Dagger, we can at least put that on. That's more mail. I am curious, because we don't know what this looks like yet. Oh. It's kind of plain. And this is another agility. I want to do that. So now our PvE power is 435 of 495. And we're at 4407. Our agility went up. Our strength went up a little bit. Yeah, buddy. Haste rating. Attack power. Chance on hit. Corrosive acid that deals 1 nature damage every 3 seconds and lowers target's armor by 1 for 30 seconds. That's meh. But the PvE power is what we really wanted. So, there is that. And next time we get on, we will do some more of those. We're going to do some dungeon diving. Our build is pretty set, okay? This build is pretty solid. If you wanted to add another elemental type and you weren't worried about serrated shot giving Skull Piercer a chance to do more damage, like you just didn't care about that and you didn't want brutal shot, I'd highly recommend you could go incendiary shot. This gives you explosions. You could go with the New Age Archery. This gives quick shot elemental damage, but it does reduce the physical damage by 50%, but it adds a whole bunch of elemental damage on top of it. And then you could go down here and get Poison Quiver, which just means everything does damage, or does poison damage. So if you're wanting to add more damage over time stuff, definitely go those two routes. If you're just wanting more explosions for area damage, go with this one. But I think this setup that we have is pumping out as much DPS as we can. Now it's all about getting better gear, getting better stats, finish leveling up leatherworking,
Help you find something?
so that we can definitely get through all of this. See, that's on use. I could care less about that. But it's a neck, that's a neck, and that's a trinket. We'll go ahead and put these trinkets on just to boost our PvE ability here. We're now at 475. And we're at item 50, so now we can do mythics if we wanted to. That can get trashed. Can't wear that. That can get trashed. That can get trashed. This gives us stamina. I don't want to lose the agility, though. Or the hit rating. Because I don't care about dodge or defense rating on this character. Yeah. We'll just stick to that. So there we go.
Go with honor.
That's everything that we've gotten so far. We just hit 50, which, like I said, this technically allows us. Oh wait, no, 58. My bad. I misread that. I thought it was 50. So we can do heroic dungeons if we wanted to. Under specific dungeons, we really need to just worry about these two, Lower Skullomance and Upper Skullomance, trying to get those done. But we can queue for any of these that are yellow. And then we have all of this for our heroics, which will give us better gear. So that's kind of what we want to focus on, but we also want to do these for the daily. So I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm going to get some food because it should be here shortly. I'm going to see if my sister wants to play some stuff for a little bit of downtime. And then when Devin gets home, if he gets on, we'll probably stream something else tonight. So, or we'll stream this. It just really depends on what mood we're in. But I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you, Mangoveritas. Mango. I'm just going to call you Mango. I apologize. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see, who else was in here? Aaron Davis, thank you for stopping by. Absolute, thank you, as always, for stopping by. And I swear there was one more person. I don't want to over... Oh, and Ton, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for chatting with me today. Really means a lot to me. So I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. We will catch you in the next one. If you're not a subscriber on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell notification. I go live at least 2 hours every day, if not a little bit more, especially with my kind of open availability right now. And then, yeah, this is kind of what I do. I'm going to focus on the Ranger for the most part, but I may start throwing in some live streams of different class to start getting that up as well. Because as I said earlier, I want to draw attention to this game so that when it goes live, more people get to experience it and get to have a good time with it. So I will see you guys later. Peace out, be loved, be blessed, and we'll catch you next time.